In today's video, the question is, are we about to have the first tornado outbreak of 2026? Well, the answer is possibly. In today's video, we're going to go super in depth, and we're going to be looking at all of the ingredients that it takes to form a tornado outbreak, and if we have those ingredients. So stay tuned and make sure to watch to the end, because we will tell you exactly where, how, and if the first tornado outbreak of 2026 will begin. And I'm going to go ahead and begin with our surface-based cape. So looking at our cape for Thursday, January 8th, around 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, so right about noon, we have a little bit of surface-based cape over parts of like Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, and that sort of starts to move all the way up into parts of southern Michigan. And then it really starts to intensify over parts of Louisiana like Baton Rouge, and parts like Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, and Houston, Texas. Now this moves into southern Mississippi as we get later on into Friday. And then on Saturday, there is a little bit in parts of Alabama and even Mississippi. This is right about 12 a.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday, which this potential tornado outbreak will continue to move on till probably about 3 or 4 a.m. on Saturday, starting on Friday at about 9 to 12 a.m. Central Standard Time. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. But as we continue to move on into Saturday, this cape continues to stay strong across parts like Mobile, Alabama, Dothan, Alabama, even into Montgomery, and right up there close to the Madison-Huntsville area. As this moves into Georgia, it will start to move into parts of like Atlanta, Georgia, and the surrounding areas. And then it sort of starts to fade off as we get into Sunday, because the event will probably start to end about later on Saturday, which will start to fall apart on parts of eastern Georgia. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at our jet stream, this is what our jet stream will be looking like about Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. As you can see, it's sort of got this weird pattern that is showing signs of intensification over Arkansas, Mississippi, northern Alabama, and northern Georgia, which that is where most of these storms will start to occur on Friday. But Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama are our main threats for this potential tornado outbreak. As we move on into Saturday, nothing looking too crazy on the jet stream, other than this sort of meridional flow up in the north, close to the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan, which is what will be bringing the return for winter weather in the northeast around the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley. That's not what we're too concerned about right now, as we are here to talk about the potential tornado outbreak. So as we move on into Sunday, the jet stream's not looking too crazy. Bits of warm air will start to surge over the eastern side of the United States, which could bring the return of some more severe weather and rain showers as we get later on into the month. Now I want to go ahead and take a look at our composite reflectivity starting on Wednesday. Make sure to keep your eye on this little tiny storm that's starting to form over parts of Arizona, Mexico, and New Mexico. As you can see, it really starts to intensify as it gets into parts of Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, which Texas and Oklahoma is the main spot where severe weather normally occurs. We have this rain shower start to form in Louisiana that has came off of this system and then will re-intensify to a sort of a weird line as it's moving into the northeast. Then we have a few lines of rain showers that are across Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. And then that starts to form into some severe storms over parts of North Mississippi and North Alabama, which that will bring a decent tornado threat for parts of Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, and even parts of the Carolinas. But that storm continues to move off into West Virginia and Virginia, where it sort of starts to, we keep a few supercells over parts of southeastern Kentucky around Ryan Hall-y'all's neck of the woods. But overall, they start to die off, and then those storms start to die off. And then we have a little bit of more moderate to severe thunderstorms that will be hovering over the Carolinas, parts of southern Georgia. But all this sort of just starts to turn into rain as we get on into Sunday. And then the U.S. will continue to stay pretty quiet for the next 2 weeks or so. And then we have some more rain showers start to form in the Dakotas, Minnesota, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Kansas. But again, this is too far out to accurately predict. But we will post videos every single day. So make sure to go ahead and click right here to subscribe to the channel that I go live on. Click right here to subscribe to the channel that I just post videos on. And click right here to watch my latest video. I will most likely be going live during this tornado outbreak, as this will be the first tornado outbreak of 2026. We won't go as into detail on the upcoming videos, but probably about Thursday we will post a video going more into depth, as it will be the day before the tornado outbreak begins, and we will be able to predict it more accurately. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next video. Peace!